So we're going to get to the second presentation of today, and I have a quick polling question over here for you, because today we are going to be talking about digital twins. So I have a question for you. This is a poll question. So again, submit your option. And the question is, if we can get the Slido on the screen, please. How familiar are you with digital twins? You use them, you heard of them, you explore them, or no idea. What are those? So let's take a look at how familiar, how experienced you are with digital twins. So 45% of you are using them, 1/4 of you exploring them, and another 1/4 just heard of them. But based on these results, 3/4 of the audience are already familiar with the digital twins, which is not bad at all. Thank you so much for interacting. Once again, please keep on sending the questions for our speakers, ideally questions that are specific for the given presentation. And having said that, let's just dive right in the world of digital twins. And our next speaker is the CEO of Twinzo, Michal Ukropec. Give it up for Michal.
Ciao, ciao.
Michal.
Ted, thank you. Really, how could I compete with this audio? It's just mind-blowing. But I have two guys, Tomasz and the, how was it? The mnyam one? The crunchy one? The handsome guy?
Crunchy one?
Yes, the crunchy one. Please, hopefully it doesn't break your GDPR rights too much, but we need to make a selfie with you. Maybe? Okay, let us see. Okay, we have it. Thank you.
Good luck.
Really important because, you know, we are from a tiny, shitty country, and it's true. Look at the government. And to be here on the stage in front of all of you coming from all around the world is just something. Because, you know, I'm an accountant by education, okay? I programmed for more than 20 years. I have 2 IT companies, so I know the stuff. But when I see all these things, even though we are in the digital twins, I'm like, okay, I have to learn more. So, could I have the presentation? Okay, so what it could be. And okay, half of you is using them. Okay, then let us see what type of digital twin are you really using, because you know I wasn't very good at school, even though I'm a master's degree, but I didn't care about that. It was too boring, and I don't like the academic bullshit. So if you are from the academic field, please allow me to be a little bit more honest than usually the soil allows you to be. So what it could be? Well, it depends whom do you ask. Because if you ask Microsoft, for Microsoft it's data. But for the older generation, is the DBF file from 97 a digital twin? Yeah. Or SQL? Yeah. I am not that sure. Maybe the BIM. Please hands up who is working with BIM daily. Okay, let's say 15–20%. Okay, maybe. Is this a digital twin? Might be, but if you compare then the reality with the BIM, does it match? Not very often, because the digital twin should be actually the exact replica. And my problem is with the word exact, because you know, I'm an accountant by education. Okay? Maybe during the sales process, this could be a digital twin. Another Slovak stuff, we really have to be a 3D country. So if you want to buy property, in this case it is in this is in Bratislava, but these guys have plenty of projects worldwide. So you can configure, you can buy the stuff. Okay, I want this, no, I don't like it brown, I want it light. Okay, super cool. Is this a digital twin? The building is not standing yet. So what are we talking about? Exact replica. Okay? Then might be Gaussian splatting, but in this case, in construction business. So not in the maintenance or this kind of stuff. This is a construction site, a smaller one, but still. Is this a digital twin? Well, the pictures are valid in that moment, but because construction is quite intensive activity, the next week the site looks differently. So is it a digital twin? In some way. Or for romantic souls, hopefully here is no one from Siemens, this super cool from the 60s plant simulation, this was for long years considered as a digital twin. Okay, so you are planning a process of manufacturing of whatever. Is this a digital twin? Well, 10, 15 years ago, maybe, because the guys from NVIDIA have this. Okay, so these are not the recordings from the plant. This is a simulation, but simulation level 24, 25. Okay, if you look at the engine or at the end of the presentation, okay, this is quite empty but still nice. But this can't be done maybe with a drone, but not this picture can be made in a real life. So is this a digital twin? Yes, but there is no live data. Maybe this could be a digital twin. Sorry that I don't have the Leica slide here. Actually, I didn't think about it. This is an old slide, so sorry. There was no intention with that. Is this a digital twin? Again, if you have no layouts, nothing, and you need to digitize the property, of course, let this be a digital twin. Okay? So I don't like this. This is digital twin, this is digital thread, this is digital shadow, and all this bullshit. Please. We all need to pay mortgages. Maybe this was a digital twin for who recognizes the movie? Not that shy, please. Prometheus, exactly. This was 2013, okay? So 12 years ago, and when I saw it, okay, magic, tell me more. And this is the cool stuff, because here you can see in the hologram how things are moving and how the 3D model is appearing, and there are the moving people, and that's something what gets us closer to what we do and what I want to sell you. Yeah. So is this a digital twin? Yes, in 2013, yes, because today you can buy such a thing. Again, no intention, they don't pay me anything for this part of the presentation. Okay, so you can buy it. So please, is all of this a digital twin? Yes, I don't care. So with me on LinkedIn, you know, all the time, I don't argue, this is it, this is not, this is, for me, this all is academic bullshit. But now, what do we do? Because we are saying that we are digital twin for everyone. We didn't start, however, as a digital twin. This is a British petroleum building in Budapest, a project from 2019. And what you can see here is a 3D model, okay, all nice. And what our specialty is that 3, 2, 1. These are the people life now in the office. All these orange dots, 4 guys behind the bar. The bar is important. Then they have plenty of meeting rooms. Please show me the condition of this one, temperature, CO2 level, humidity. They have focus rooms. Please show me how this one looks like. Again, excellent, optimal, fine. And this app runs on such totems, as you can see here. So if I see Laszlo Fekete, typical Hungarian name, I can find him. And here you can see the temperatures, humidities, and CO2 levels of every single room in that building. This is 2019, so old scrap. And once we delivered this to Bratislava, London, Dubai, Budapest, and other projects, we said, you know what? We need to build something more robust, something what is multi-tenant, multi-site, multi-floor, multi-whatever, so we can deploy this level of 3D live digital twin to the world. And that's how Twinzo started. So if you don't have the app, now my sales pitch begins. Download the app and check the demo zone, because there are like 17 use cases. And what we usually do is, this is a Benteler plant in Rumburg, so here like 1 hour from Prague. Please show me what this guy did all day. This is our typical case. So we are not that much in the 3D stuff, we are mainly in logistics and plant operations. So I want to see what he is doing, and you see the time is running 7 minutes, 8, 9, 10. He begins to work, if I remember correctly, after 20 minutes. And then you can begin to ask, what did you do those 20 minutes? In plant, it's 20 minutes waste. It costs a lot of money. And here you can play his all day like a movie, and you can begin to ask, and okay, this tractor works in both buildings. But you were driving here and there, what did you do there? And then, this is multi-tenant, multi-site technology. So I want to see another plant. This one is in Poprad. Now it's Beko, it's ex-Whirlpool. But besides the logistics, we want to see also the production. So I click on the production line and I see, okay, 100% performance, even though there is the launch now. It was at 10:34, okay, 99%. They are like 3 pieces behind the plan, all good. Because if you think that the manufacturing plants know what is going on there, they don't know, okay? The plants are too big, too many legacy systems. It's complicated. Here is Lukáš smiling from Škoda. He will tell us more today, hopefully. This is another Whirlpool plant, but in this case in Radomsko in Poland. Quite big, 50,000 square meters plus big. But this is Škoda, that's Lukáš's project. Thank you, Lukáš. And here it is more about facility management, but not in the 3D meaning, but it tell me the consumption of water, electricity, compressed air, heating, cooling, and this kind of stuff. And I want to see the floors, and I want to see the performance of the machines, and I want to see the waste, and I want to see the temperatures. And if you have ENIAC on that production line, the body of the car is produced, and we want to see where are the bins, because you won't believe how many bins they have to empty daily, like thousands. Okay, so it's not an easy business. And then the site is divided into different zones, so you can say who spent how much time in which zone, and then of course there is the heating, because you won't believe it, but the heating system has zero visual of which pipe is where and which exhaust is which one. No one knows, zero information about that. And then you go to the roof, and then you want to know, okay, where are the risky places? So then the other guys, the drone guys come and make the drone scan, the thermal one, and they want to say, okay, these are the risky places, here we fix the roof, here we found the water on the ground, and things like that. So it's more about facility management, not that much about logistics, what is our typical case. Or if you have diamonds, maybe in this port in Antwerp, there were some of them. Because also this is the case, okay, we want to see what is where in these containers, because we don't know where we have the things. Or another case, in Amsterdam, they have bridges, they have the GPS positions on all the ships and the chambers, and we want to know, okay, is there a ship or is there not? Is the bridge open or closed? Or who are the tenants in the neighborhood? And there are, of course, noise sensors, because you want to know if something is messing around in the night or not, because the people are complaining all the time. So what we do is that we are trying to bring the visibility to another level. And when I said Leica, this is a Leica scan, please, okay? No Navis, no, Leica. So also, let's digitize or utilize the scans one more time. So let's make these 3D models more or less live. So we can combine, or we can put areas and points of interest to the 3D models you might have, and the customers can see how the plant, mainly in our cases, are operating. Or if you have the machines, please show me the PLCs, how they perform, what they do, what they don't do, and things like that. So this is what we do at Twinzo, but there is more. Where are you? Okay. Thank you for the question at the very beginning. Photogrammetry, LiDAR scanning students, CEOs. So what we have, or why are we actually here? Because you do the scanning of any type, we are doing the live data. So the thing is, shouldn't we glue these two things together? Because Matthew is now in June having the conference in the US about digital twins, and he says that digital twins have to be filled with live data. So why not to join forces and to do this? Here are small examples how it could look like. Okay, now, here we have some examples. So we are not in the 3D world that much as you are, what could be surprising for you, but it is so, but we are playing. So can we get a point cloud to Twinzo? Because it's Unity-based, for many of you might be obvious, but maybe we can convert and mesh the point clouds to something what we could use. All these things then you can see in the expo. And we have some automation, maybe not that cool as your ones, but this is exactly the thing where we can cooperate. The other thing is, if it's a little bit bigger, this is also a point cloud already simplified, optimized, but it can be processed and used in a mobile application, so without server-side streaming, because in the manufacturing plants, you might be surprised, but there is not always the best internet connection. It's not a city in the center. Or maybe, in this case, it's from visual components and import of a simulation of a warehouse. Also, this can be utilized because as we are specialized in tracking, I want to know where all these boxes are, because you might be surprised, there is always a mess. Or, if you are in the BIM world, maybe you know all these blinking sites, but also this can be fixed automatically. And the BI model doesn't need to be 1 terabyte big or something, but it can be even nice, smooth, and shiny for your customers. So this is something where we see that the direction of the digital twins could go, even though not that large scale as Ted was showing at the beginning. This is really just amazing. And where is the AI? Not just in the 3D model processing, there are also other things. When you combine all the data from various information systems, it's hard to get the data or have the data to be useful, okay? Because data is just data. There is no real information. But the magic is happening, and what you can see here is the first version of how to convert the data to something what we can talk to. Please tell me this, please tell me that. But we are not talking about the analysis of existing documents, but the position of the data, the production, the whatever. Please show me which driver drives in these areas and where is the traffic jam all the time. And this is something what you can get some from reports, but it needs a lot of clicking. With AI, this can be converted to a readable text, and then you can think about it. So digital twins can be various things, and I'm looking forward for the questions. Thank you.
Michal, thank you so much. Plenty of questions coming from the audience. Once again, great job. Let's bring them up over here on the screen so we can see them. And Michal, I'll ask you the first one. So what are the cybersecurity risks associated with digital twins, especially in critical infrastructure?
It's quite easy. We are always saying to the customers, it's your business, so it can run on your infrastructure. We don't want to have anything with your data. It is your responsibility. We are providing the technology. You close it on the free locks, and it's your business. Ciao.
Got it. So you showed us a couple of examples. How are the workers tracked live, or are the workers tracked live in your models that you showed us?
We have like 10 technologies for whatever tracking, because it's not just about people, it's about material, about the fleet. It might be also a process, so it's quite complex. And the easiest way is to track smartphones connected to Bluetooth devices, so small Bluetooth beacons. This works pretty well and it's quite cheap. But there are also situations when the for example, visitors or workers have to have a badge. So then you have to have active infrastructure which measures the distances and calculates the position of the guy or material or whatever.
Got it. Michael, again, you showed us a few examples of how digital twins could be used. Michael is asking, what is the main market for digital twins still?
It depends on the region. In the Middle East, it's actually not our case because there is everything under huge construction. So they are solving exactly these things. Planning, simulation, traffic, how the city should look like, and all these things. Environmental impact. Our typical customer is actually brownfield. Because they can't change the site, but they need to optimize the site with as low cost as possible. And that's where we help. So if someone comes and says, Michal, we are now building this super huge, super new something, whatever, good for you, but it's actually not the case for us. Because there are millions of plants, old ones, where we can help. We are not in planning, we are not in simulation, we are in the operation. So there's a difference.
Perfect. And we are exactly right on time. So let's give it up for Michael one more time and the digital twins. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for sharing